right, guys. Today we're going to learn to estimate the location of fractions on a number line using benchmarks. How are these fraction models the same? How are these fraction models different? I want you to think about it to yourself. Talk to your partners.
So they would all be the same denominator but different numerators. And then how they different is that at different numerators, which is different fractions.
No, look, 5, 6 is closest to 1 because you have 5 out of 6, and you only need one more to make a whole.
3, 6.
Yeah, and then 1, 6 is closest to 0 because if you lost
There's
that
been a
one-
dream of high-quality math education that some have shared since the late 70s into the 80s, the 90s. Now we've got these common core standards of mathematical practice that really communicate what math education can look like in an elementary classroom. We want people to see that. We want them to see the rich interactions, the clear learning trajectory that's taking place, and the confidence in both students and teachers that's possible when things go the right way.
All right, do you agree with MJ? Thumbs up, thumbs down. All right, Damon, come show me how to build 1/6. And explain to me what you did.
I divide it into 6 pieces because the denominator is 6, and I shaded 1 because the numerator is 1, and that's how many is shaded.
Awesome job. And do we agree?
Yes.
All right, hit the check. Check it. It initiates wonderful conversations in my classroom. Seeing where my children are, knowing where they're at, hearing them reason and justify and argue mathematically back and forth, seeing those moments when the light bulb goes off, knowing that they know it and that they could prove it to one another. That's what I love about Conceptua.
And wait, 1/6 goes to close to the 0, and 3/6 goes under the half because half of 6 is 3, and then 5/6 goes close to whole because it's almost a whole.
Because if you draw it and if you color 5 in, it would be close to another 6.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be close to a whole.
Yeah.
Classroom dialogue is the heart of knowing whether or not a student understands math or not. And if a teacher asks a question, we've got to hear the students talk about their thinking and reason about the math. And if we can have good discussions where children are making sense of the math rather than teachers telling, to me that's a rich discussion.
So if that is 1 whole, if that is 0 and 1 whole, where would 9/10 be?
Right there.
Would that be if this is 0 and this is 1 whole? Where would 9/10 be?
Right there.
Okay, and how do you know?
Because it's 1 less than a whole.
It's 1 what less than a whole?
1 equal part less than a whole.
Okay, all right. Try that. Try it first. All right, let's talk about what we see on the screen. What was your score?
2 out of 6.
2 out of 6. So we probably need to look at, we can review your answers and find out what you did wrong. Let's look at that first. Okay, so this one you missed. Why do you think you missed this one?
Because 5, 6, if it's closest to a whole, because if it was just 1 more up, that would be a whole.
Okay. And so what is this benchmark?
That's a half.
And what is this benchmark?
A whole.
Okay, so where should 5, 6 be?
Up here.
Okay, want to try that?
I think that Conceptua has certainly changed the attitudes in a positive direction for our students. When I come in and visit in our math classrooms, our students are confident. They know exactly what the teacher's asking them to do. If I'd come in a couple of years ago, they would be reluctant to share answers. Now that's just a part of their math classrooms. They know that they're going to have to justify. They know they're going to have to explain why, whenever the teacher asks those questions. So that's just become an everyday part of what they do in their classrooms.
So I look at 1/6 and I automatically know that that is a unit fraction because the numerator is a 1. And I know that 1/6 is the least out of 3/6 and 5/6, so I know that it goes somewhere around the 0. So I'll put that right there. And I look at 5/6 and I know that 5 is almost 6, so I'd put it near the hole. And I look at 3/6 and I know that 3 is half of 6, so I put it at the 1/2 mark.
What do you think? Agree or disagree?
What conceptual does is give them the connections to the math learning. They need a visual so they can see the math, and they are also given confidence to know the math deeply, and that will bleed over into everything they do to be powerful in their math knowledge and be able to go to high school, graduate, get that career of their choice because they have a deep understanding of mathematics.